the Danish church in London, and usually I would have been here before and made arrangements for us to go into the church, but this is all new territory to me, so I've not done so. But the church door I see is open, so keep your eyes peeled, and if anybody comes to the door, we'll see if it might be possible for us to have a look inside.
It's just Sunday morning, so it might be a service.
Yes,
Have a
there may be a
march
service in
conversation.
progress.
Yes.
Now this is the Church of St Catherine, and St Catherine was a foundation that was formed by Queen Matilda back in the many centuries ago at St Catherine Docks, next to the Tower of London. And St Catherine Dock is on the site of the foundation, which was a church, it was a school, it was a hospital for pilgrims, and a huge community. There were several thousand people lived in very small streets and houses on that site. And then with the expansion of the London docks, Thomas Telford was appointed by the St Catherine Dock Company to build a new dock on the site, and the church was demolished. Every brick was dismantled. There was a huge controversy because it had been there for many centuries and was a church of great antiquity. Fortunately, many of the fittings of that church were moved to the new church, which is the one you're looking at now. And this was built specially for the foundation, and they moved lock, stock and barrel over here to Regent's Park in 1825. So we're talking about a church built in 1825, and it became their official residence. They had almshouses. They carried on their good work, but they were given so much compensation, £10,000 a year, and quite a substantial sums of money to rebuild a new church, that they were heavily criticised for having accommodation which really transcended their purpose. And I have not identified which was the master's house, but I imagine it's the one straight ahead of me. No. David, could you tell us which is the master's house?
There's one in the park.
That was the master's house.
There was a really big house in the park on the other side. About the same size as the church.
Really?
Right, yes. It was really, they seem to have slightly lost their way with all this money. But St Catherine...
People are just coming out, by the way.
Wonderful. Well, this is going to be... Thank you. That's going to give us an opportunity to have a look inside. And we'll see the fittings inside from the old church. We'll see the choir stalls, the pulpit, the organ, and quite a number of the monuments have all been transported into this new church here. St Catherine Foundation was here until 1947, and then moved back to their roots in the East End of London, and they moved eventually to Limehouse, where they are now currently based. And Queen Alexandra was involved with the formation of a hospital that was run on this site here, and she decided that she would hand it to the Danish people of London as a church for them to use. They'd had one previously, but they'd been itinerant and had been using the Swedish church, and this became their first modern permanent home, and they have been here now for over 60 years. So services are conducted in Danish and in
And if you
English.
turn around, you can see a pastor.
Oh yeah,
Well, let's go over straight away and meet the pastor.
Why-
We'll just